Okay, so this is going to be my first tutorial video on makeup. I figured I'd start out with eyebrows because a lot of women have difficulty with their eyebrows. Excuse the quality of this video because I'm using my phone. When you're going to do your eyebrows, you need to measure first where they should start and where they should end. So I just use a straight object. I use this metal fingernail file. And you line it up with your nostril here, this little crease in your nose. And you just go straight up and down. And that's where your eyebrow should start. Then your arch should be middle of the eye, slanted. That's where your arch should be. And then you go to the end of the eye, and that's where the end of your eyebrow should be. Some women have a hard time because they have a hard time growing hair. But you can also use stencils, and they can still look pretty natural depending on how heavy you go with the makeup or whatever you're using. Now, I go through and I'll pluck, the stray hairs, the little ones that are needed. But I notice women over pluck because they think their eyebrows they're just not getting the shape they want. You don't need to pluck more. You just need to shape. So for shaping, I use one of these combs and a pair of these angled cosmetic scissors. And you comb the hair down, and then you snip the excess to give you that straight edge. Because some ladies have the really long hairs that it just doesn't give them the right shape. So you use the scissors as a guide, and you snip with the scissors. Don't cut too much because then you'll have a big old nick missing out of your eyebrow. It takes practice. And then sometimes you have those little long hairs that you just can't get so great, and you don't want to cut too much because you're afraid you'll end up with a bald spot. I use this little trimmer. Works great. Use the guide. I use it on the long side. I don't like the short side because then you go too short. And you just take your little trimmer and you go right across the brow. And it just trims them right up nice and neat so that you don't have super long, bushy eyebrows. Okay, now that you're all trimmed up and you're all shaped the way you want to be, there are different ways that you can color your eyebrows in if you really need it. If you don't really need it, sometimes you can just use like a brow gel. This one is a Mary Kay brow gel. It's just like a clear gel, like a mascara one, clear gel. And you can just apply that to your eyebrows. And the gel sometimes will even make them look darker, but it shapes them, keeps your hairs in place. Or if you want to go more dramatic, if you're going for a dramatic look with your eyebrow, I use a pencil. This one I believe is a L'Oreal. It's got an eyebrow pencil, eyeliner, eyebrow, and an eyeshadow and highlighting stick. It's a dark brown. You don't want to go too dark, but you don't want to go too light either. You want to make sure you kind of get close to your hair color, maybe even a little bit lighter than your hair color, because if you go too dark, then it'll be too exaggerated. And I start off at the bottom inside here. And just kind of follow the shape of the brow there. Then you do the same on top. Making an outline, pretty much, for your eyebrow. Excuse my bird, she's pretty loud. Then I buy these online. They're the mascara ones with no mascara, just the empty plain one. You can get them on Amazon for super cheap, big pack of them. And I love these. I use them on my eyelashes and my eyebrows. They are lifesavers. Best investment. Then you take your little brush and you just kind of brush it in, and it blends the line so you don't have such a solid dark line. See, and that right there has made a difference in defining my eyebrow. If you want to go a little bit more dramatic, color it in a little bit more with your pencil wherever you feel you need a little bit more color. Or you can use eyebrow powders. I like Lorac. That's the brand I got it at Ulta. It's very well used. The logo's gone. But it has different colors in it, and it also has eye wax, which is gone in mine. And then this is a dark brown, and then this is a black. I mix the colors sometimes to get the right color. Normally I'll use the black first, just to give the line. So I'll dip my little angled brush here into the black. And you just do the same thing. You follow the outline of the eyebrow. Top and bottom. Then when I'm filling in, I'll dip into both colors, the brown and the black, mixing it up. And then just kind of fill in. You don't want to go too exaggerated, because you don't want to look like those girls with the scary Sharpie eyebrows, you know. You kind of want to keep it looking natural, but like you have decent looking eyebrows. Use your little brush, it helps to blend everything in. Add a little more where you feel you need it. And it takes a little bit of practice before you can get used to where you want it and how your brushes work and whatnot. So it's trial and error. And I know you ladies like to play with your makeup, so do a test run, see what you like, find the right product for you. But definitely, the main thing is getting the right shape. So please make sure you measure like I showed you with the file. If it's not the right size or shape, play with it, get it right, but don't overdo it. Don't overpluck, because then it's hard to get it to come back. Thanks for watching. I hope it was informative. Next time I'm going to work on my eyelashes, so I'll show you guys what my tricks are for my lashes. Thanks.